Everyone thinks Claude is just for slow, thoughtful conversations. But what if I told you we could hack it to power live, streaming applications? Today, I am tearing down the official docs to show you the real secret. Can Claude answer live? No, but that's your key advantage. So here's the brutal truth. You cannot get that steady, word-by-word drip from their official endpoint. But that's actually perfect. You are not building a passive chat UI. You are constructing a system that controls the flow of intelligence. This gap forces you to architect for real-time decision-making, not just display. That's the professional-grade edge. You need intelligence on demand, not a pre-rendered script. The standard API returns a finished thought, which breaks live interaction. So we architect around it. We treat each completion as a strategic unit of work, a discrete decision point for your application. That transforms a limitation into your system's greatest strength, deliberate, actionable control. But wait, if Claude responds with a finished block of text, how can we get a true, real-time back and forth? This architectural gap is critical. The hack lies in rethinking what a response even is for a live app. It's not about streaming words. It's about triggering the next intelligent action the instant a decision is made. Think you know AI assistants? Claude's Live API changes everything. Now, you are not just calling an API, you are orchestrating a conversation. The key insight is treating Claude as a live intelligence layer. What this means is your app sends rapid, silent requests, constantly checking for new thinking. This pattern creates that seamless, real-time feel where the AI seems to be actively thinking and responding to you. But here's the counterintuitive twist: rapid polling isn't about speed. It's a deliberate illusion of presence. You are designing perceived latency. By spacing those microqueries, you manufacture anticipation, making the AI feel intentional. This isn't a technical shortcut, it's a psychological one, crafting the sensation of a conscious partner, not just a faster database. And here's the secret weapon: that manufactured anticipation. Each tiny pause isn't empty time, it is a breath. It transforms the response from a transaction into a performance, making every message feel crafted and meaningful. The user isn't waiting on a server, they are leaning in, fully invested in the exchange. Claude does not just respond, it builds live applications instantly. This is where we connect our real-time interface to Claude's reasoning engine. The user's typed input becomes a live data stream, traveling instantly over a persistent WebSocket connection. This single, open channel is critical. It is what turns a static request into a true conversational flow, allowing for the continuous back and forth that makes the application feel alive. But that raw stream is a fire hose. Your server's job is to intelligently package that flow. It splits the ongoing conversation into logical, digestible chunks for Claude's context window. This is the translation layer, turning the fluid, real-time dialogue into structured prompts the AI can actually reason with. This is the core engineering that enables coherent, live conversation. Now, the server is making active, repeated calls to Claude's API, receiving data in real time. The crucial insight is that we are not passively waiting for a complete response. Instead, we are establishing a continuous, two-way dialogue. This persistent connection is what transforms a simple query into a true, live-updating application that feels instantly responsive. Forget chatbots. Claude's API brings real-time AI to life. This is your foundation, and Socket.io is the critical piece. It creates a persistent, two-way communication channel between your server and the browser. Think of it not as a simple request, but as an open pipeline. Without this, you cannot push AI's live thoughts to your user interface the moment they are generated. Let's get straight to the point. Secure API key management means your server, and only your server, ever touches the key. This eliminates client-side exposure, turning a major vulnerability into a solved problem before you write another line of code. It's the non-negotiable first line of defense for any real application. Now we build the engine. This core function is a persistent loop that requests updates without stopping. It will keep checking for new data and instantly push it to every connected user, creating that seamless, real-time feel that makes modern applications so responsive. Hold on, is Claude's API really this limited? Let's fix that. Let's cut to the truth. The real limitation isn't the API, it's asking it to do everything at once. The key insight is to stop making monolithic calls. Instead, we design a dispatcher that breaks a complex user goal into a tight sequence of atomic, manageable subtasks. This transforms a vague prompt into executable, step-by-step logic. Think about a conversation that actually learns. The dispatcher's critical role is to maintain a living memory of that dialogue, passing the precise, accumulated context between each intelligent microcall. This creates a coherent thread, so the system does not just answer questions, it builds understanding, transforming a series of isolated tasks into a single, intelligent exchange. Now, imagine a seasoned detective who never loses the thread of an interrogation. That's your error handler. When Claude's memory resets, it is not a dead end, it's a signal. The system instantly reconstructs the last vital piece of context, picks up the conversation seamlessly, and guides the investigation forward without the witness ever noticing a break. Can Claude React live? Here's the unsettling truth they will not admit. So you have got the UI ready. But how does it feel live? This is where the illusion breaks for most developers. You do not stream raw API chunks to the user. Instead, you simulate a live thought process. Each small update is a deliberate beat, building anticipation. The key is making the machine space feel human, not the other way around. Watch that connection establish, then feel it pull you forward. Each chunk is not just data, it's the next brushstroke of a sentence being painted in real time. You are not displaying text, you are orchestrating a performance. That subtle, rhythmic arrival is what builds trust and makes the intelligence feel present, like a mind revealing itself one thought at a time. That rhythmic arrival is just the foundation. The real magic happens when you stage the intelligence itself. A subtle cursor pulse, a gentle highlight on new text, these aren't decorations. They are the director's cues, guiding the audience's eye and convincing them they are watching thought in motion, not merely receiving a result. You are crafting the illusion of a living process. Claude cannot stream data, but here's the hack to make it live. So, here's what's really happening. We have engineered a persistent connection that processes Claude's response into simulated streaming tokens. This creates the illusion of live, line-by-line suggestions. What this means is you can deliver that real-time AI interaction users expect directly through your application's interface right now. But here's the crucial pitfall. Most developers build this feature and stop. The real value isn't the illusion of a live agent. It's that this entire conversation, the brainstorm, the ideas, the logic becomes structured, persistent data your app can now act on, turning a fleeting chat into an executable action plan. That's the transformative shift. And that's the final, critical layer. This isn't just about streaming text. The system is capturing every piece of structured reasoning, the entire action plan, as it is generated. This creates a persistent blueprint. Your application can now take that plan and execute it, moving from conversation to automated action. That's the power of turning dialogue directly into workflows. Think Claude can chat live. You have been misled. This single fact changes everything. Live responses require constant polling, creating expensive overhead with every interaction. The insight? What feels instant to users actually involves repeated, costly checks behind the scenes. You must architect for this reality, or operational expenses will spiral. This approach is unsustainable for high-volume, real-time applications. So, when is this approach a clear mistake? If your app requires ultra-fast, character-by-character streaming, this architecture will fail. The polling delay introduces noticeable lag, breaking the user's sense of real-time interaction. For features like Live AI copilots or instant translation, you need a true streaming connection, not this simulated live loop. Picture this, a trading algorithm reacting to market swings. That delay between updates could cost thousands. This isn't about chat latency, it's about consequential lag where every millisecond is money. For mission-critical, reactive systems, this polling model creates an unacceptable blind spot. True event-driven architecture is the only viable solution there. Claude can power real-time apps using a rapid polling architecture, not native streaming. The key is designing your backend to manage conversation state across many small API calls. This approach opens doors for collaborative, live-updating AI tools with Claude's superior reasoning. Try building your own prototype and share what kind of live app you created in the comments.